Now, I know you mentioned, can you stand over here just a little bit? I don't want to get you on camera.
My bad.
No, you good. But what about the rest? Because I heard you mention black people. What about the rest of the people on this side?
Oh, right, everybody, man. I'm talking Afro-Cuban, Afro-Cuban, Afro-Mexican, Afro everything, man. They came over here, man. In the 15th century, they raped, pillaged, and plundered.
Right. Because these is all Israelites.
No doubt.
All Israelites.
12 tribes of Judah.
12 tribes of Israel.
12 tribes of Israel.
Right, 12 tribes.
Broken up by the Khazars.
This is the 12 tribes of Israel, so this includes the Negro, so-called Negroes.
That's everybody.
Latinos and Native Americans.
Right.
Okay.
No doubt.
Because this is more of not of a black thing. This is more of an Israelite thing, or more of a
Israelite thing.
Matter of fact, yo, we won't laugh. Give me Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. Read this real quick.
This Isaiah.
You out?
Hey, I got some business, man.
I dig it. But this the Lord. But see, the more important thing is what's wrong with our people is they're rejecting or disregarding the Lord's business.
Nah.
This is the Lord's business right here. Now, I know you probably still got stuff to do.
I got business, man.
You got business
I just wanted to talk to you real quick. I would stay here all day.
Look, you're an Israelite. Repent, come to the truth. You want to find us on YouTube? We GMS Pittsburgh. You know where to find us at.
Appreciate it. Y'all keep doing work.
Hey, that's right. All right, so we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. We out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of America, Babylon the Great. Tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the biblical Israelites, and repent because the destruction is at hand. Read this for me real quick. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16.
This is Isaiah 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
Right, so the leaders of this people caused them to err. Now, the brother mentioned, I'm just saying because he's a fellow Israelite himself, or he's Jake. You know what I'm saying? So he mentioned a few leaders. He mentioned Marcus Garvey and a couple other individuals I forget about, but he don't understand that those leaders caused our people to err, meaning those leaders caused our people to be in error. Why? Because they wasn't teaching the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They wasn't teaching our people that they're the Israelites. They wasn't teaching our people to come back into the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, that this is our book, that Jerusalem is our holy land, and not Mother Africa, as they would like to say. Right? They were teaching a method of salvation in a different way. They was teaching a whole different standard, which the Lord was not dealing with. So read that again.
Isaiah chapter 9 and 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err. And they that are led of them are destroyed.
Give me Psalms 147 verse 19. So it says, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Our people that are still following in that type of mindset, they have a destroyed mindset. Why? Because they haven't came back into their true power yet. They haven't repented. They run around the earth thinking that they have done nothing wrong. They run around the earth like they're not bought with a price, like they are not in debt. This is how the majority of our people think, and this is how they run around the earth. Right? When we tell them that they're Israelites, most reject. Now, he didn't, but we know he has no clue what this thing is about. And he didn't give me a chance, a long enough time to sit here and to deal with him, because it was about to go down through the spirit. And I was going to deal. Okay? But he left before he could actually get true understanding what we actually had going on here. Nevertheless, we told him he's an Israelite and to repent. Right? Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19, because I mentioned talking about the seed. It's all about the seed, because even though he mentioned Afro-Cuban and Afro, look, man, bump all that, man. Right? If you come from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's what you're going to deal with. They somebody in Amos chapter 3 verse 1 as well. Go ahead, Dayara.
I wonder what it's like.
Isaiah 59 verse 19, and you talk about the seed.
Right.
You start up at the 19th verse.
This is Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
That's right.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, because we know our enemy is going to lift up the flood. The main enemy that we talking about is Esau Edom. He's going to come up like a flood, but guess what? The Lord said he's going to lift up a standard against this devil. We're waiting for that divine intervention to come from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua by the way of the holy host, the way of Yahushua, the way of the angels. The scriptures talk about Michael the archangel standing up for us to be a guard over the children of Israel. Right? Go ahead.
Right. Verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord.
So this is my covenant with them, the ones that turn from transgression. Now we know when you go to the scriptures, the book of 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, it says what? For sin, it says, it slipped my mind. But sin is transgression of the law. Okay? 1 John 3 and 4, right? So if you sin, you transgress the law. The law. Who was the law given to? Israel. Go ahead.
My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of the mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever.
See, but it's still always, it's going back to that seed. When you go into, I believe it's Genesis, the 17th chapter, right? Dealing with our forefather Abraham. It was always told to Abraham that things was promised unto him, to his seed, man. Now that go back to the children of Israel. That's who the covenant for. That's who the promises is for, right? That's who the kingdom is for, right? Go ahead.
Right, that's the end
right there. Go ahead, hit your two.
This is Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19.
That's right.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
Yeah, the Lord have not dealt so with any nation. Now in the scriptures, have the Lord used different nations to take down other nations and using other nations to take down Israel? Absolutely, he have done this. But when we talking about how he haven't dealt with the other nations, he haven't dealt with the other nations on a high spiritual level, on a level that they would know him. No, because he hasn't given them, showed them that favor. He hasn't given them that wisdom, that knowledge, or the Holy Spirit to do so. We were given that. Any other nations knew that. That's why it says this is their. That's why the scriptures say the wisdom, the scriptures or the law, statutes, and commandments was our wisdom in the sight of the nations, roughly paraphrases. And the nations knew that. They knew that, but the Lord has not dealt with these other nations on a level as he dealt with the children of Israel. He never did and he never will. Right? Amos 3?
This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right, going back into that family whom the Lord showed favor. Go ahead.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
See, precept upon precept. So it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Yeah, I created all these other nations, but these other nations are like spittle unto me. You the nation who I'm dealing with. You the nation who I've given instructions and guidelines to. Go ahead.
It says, therefore,
you the nation who I'm showing love to, right? Who mercy belongeth to. The nation that whom I am chastising. Why? Because I'm dealing with you as sons. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
See, so since I'm dealing with you, I'm going to punish you for all your iniquities. Because why? I'm dealing with you. Right? I made the covenant with you. We had the mutual understanding or the agreement together. Not me and these other people. You. Go ahead. Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse, I'll start at, I'll get to the point.
Yeah.
This is verse 12. It says, go and proclaim these words toward the north and say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord.
Yeah, and now we saying that? Are we now telling our people to return? Because our people are backsliding people. Our people go after the way of the other nations. They go after the way of other deities, other gods. Because they're backsliding. They're backsliding from what? Their true power, their true holiness. That's where they're backsliding from. And what was part of the ways how they was backsliding? Not just through Esau, Edom, and his philosophies and his ideologies that he has set up, but these different leaders that he set up. Okay, and even you got the people that, you know, they had the somewhat of a mind frame of, we got to get back to dealing with ourselves. Now, when they say it was dealing with ourselves, they was more talking about this whole African American Negro type of ordeal, you know, but because they wasn't including all the tribes, you know. But this thing here that we talking about with the Lord, with the Bible speaking of, this includes all the tribes, man. All of us uniting under one banner. But we know that's going to happen in the kingdom. A lot of people don't understand that what you truly want to happen on the planet Earth is not going to happen on this go round. But the elect going to come together. The elect going to unite as one under this one doctrine, under this one standard of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Go ahead, Ak.
Khan, it says, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the anger is not going to fall upon the elected Israel. You see? But the rest of the Israel that's not a part of the elect, his anger is going to fall upon you. Okay? You going to meet the Lord's sword, which is Esau, Edom. You know, but remember we talked about as them coming in as a flood. We talking about the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard. Who's that standard going to be lifted up for? The elect. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever.
Yeah.
Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord.
Right, so remember, like we said, going back to those different ideologies that Jake is all tied up in, you're not acknowledging your transgressions. You're not acknowledging the BS that you all into, and even, I guess we in a time of Ramadan right now, bro, right? You Jakes is so bugged out that a lot of y'all follow that Muslim religion, and the Quran tell you that the Lord chose the children of Israel of all the nations in that book alone. Then you niggas at the mindset, oh yeah, we don't. It's not that we don't believe in so-called Jesus, but we just think he was a messenger. All right, nigga. Just wait until that time comes and just see if he was just a messenger in that time. Because guess what? Israel, your salvation is going to come through Yahweh Ba'ashem, which is in the name of his only begotten son, Yahushua. That is your way back to the Heavenly Father. That is your scapegoat for your sins. But oh, you reject it? Cool. Niggas, y'all can stay with everything y'all into. Stay in it then. Stay in it.
A lot of them Jakes be bugged out.
Bugged out, wicked as fuck.
And they be learning from like different rappers. You had a lot of rappers that was into that, even back when you think into the consciousness era. A lot of them was into Islam and nation, 5%, different things like that, right?
Egyptology.
They use the word overstand instead of understand, thinking the thing on some high level. But at the end of the day, okay, the Quran also tells you, which has a lot of these people bugged out, and it's completely false. It says the God of Islam and the God of the Israelites are one. That's false. That's completely false. So a lot of people think, well, there's no significant difference. Yeah. When in actuality, the Muslims do not have the truth. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of things they do that are off. How the hell is there halal duck when duck is unlawful? Yeah. You see? So that just goes to show you Ishmael only had a piece. He only learned bits and pieces. Okay, from what Abraham was actually doing, man. All right? Yeah. He didn't know the full truth. Running around eating shrimp and shit, talking about it's halal and shit. Yeah. Well, they don't call it halal, but they don't say that it's haram either. Yep. See, they don't say that octopus and things are haram, which means evil.
We'll just say, I mean, y'all can take offense to it or want. The Quran is a plagiarized Bible, period. Yeah. That's all it is.
It's a book full of bull crap.
The inspiration was from the Bible.
Yep. How you doing? Doing good in you.
They put a whole bunch of paganistic stuff in there, man. Because really, those Ishmaelites, they worship in the moon, man. Yeah. The so-called god of the moon.
That's right. Well, go ahead, bro. Let's let this word of truth come out, though.
I had a quick precept about what you mentioned earlier on how the Lord is gonna have all the tribes gathered together, all right, in the kingdom, man. It's not just black, man. Yeah. You got Israelites that look like all these other nations, man. Right? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High, right? So the Lord is going to gather all the elect from all the different tribes from all over the world, man, right? But now, this is a physical sense, but right now in the spirit we're being gathered, man. We're being gathered by the word.
Oh, you ready? Okay.
Right? The word of the Lord is the Lord Yahushua also. He represents the whole person or embodiment of the word, man.
Yep, the word made flesh, as it tells you in the New Testament. Right?
John the first chapter, the word for made flesh, man.
Yep.
So we're being gathered through in the spirit, right? The spirit of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy, by the way.
That's right.
Right? That's how you know you're in the right spirit. If you're prophesying,
Yep.
okay? We're being gathered by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Speaking as the oracles of the Most High.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta listen back here, brother. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, "Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion."
Right.
Call all y'all by Shem Yahushua for bringing that out, because as bro was speaking, I want to let him, get it off his spirit and everything. But, I was thinking about how when it said he have not dealt with the other nations, you got to understand something. There's a thing called pillow talk. Drake speaks about it in one of his songs. He's like, lay with her and she went to spill the tea, she came back, blah, 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 whatever the case is, right? You only get to know certain things about a person when you get him opium, right? You know what I'm saying? They done got comfortable with you. Yeah, baby, I always want to do this, da, 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 da. That's how the Lord dealt. He's married unto Israel, all right? He shared his most intimate secrets. Where's that one that says, the things that be pleasing unto the Lord are made known unto us?
It's in the same chapter.
All right? You know what I'm saying? Because when you get a wife, okay, you're going to show her the things that make you happy. Baby, I like it like this. Go ahead, bro.
I got started at the top.
Go ahead, you do your thing.
This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endureth forever. The law that endureth forever. When did the Lord do away with the law, you Christians?
Right.
When? If he did away with it, why does it say it endured forever, man?
Yep. To heaven and earth, what does it say? Not one jot or one tittle shall pass from the law until heaven and earth be done away with. Well, we know that ain't never happened. The scripture say the earth abideth forever.
Right.
Come on now, go ahead, bro.
It says, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. So this word is not for these other nations, man. The salvation is not for everybody, man. It's only for Israel. All right? Actually, get Romans the 9th chapter too.
We're definitely gonna get that.
Did you already read the one that said the things that are pleasing unto the Lord?
I'm getting to that.
Okay, no, never mind.
This is verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High are made known unto us.
See, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, the Most High let us know of the things that please Him as a nation. Okay, that's why it goes back into you only have I known. Therefore, will I punish you for your iniquity? See, right now these heathen running around the earth doing all manner of abomination. You know what I'm saying? You rolling up a pound of pork and eat it, and then, you did that, get my ass, whatever the hell they doing. All right, but at the end of the day, they don't get punished. Running around eating frog guts and live squids and shit. Thriving, healthy, talking about they the healthiest nation on the planet.
Yeah. Porcupine soup.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Eyeball fricassee and shit. Meanwhile, they running around pumping and dumping, man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got gout, high blood pressure, cancer, all type diabetes, everything, man. Everything. Why? Because the Most High is punishing your ass because you can't live like them.
Yup.
The Most High told you not to do these things. Right? And we don't do half. We think half the shit they do nasty. Right? But we still get more fucked up. Yeah. We be looking like, you did what? You got people still don't want to eat sushi and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we getting more punished than them. Why? Because the Most High have chosen us and told us, hey, look, I done told you already what I like.
Yep.
You must don't like me. Well, I'm gonna show you what happens when motherfuckers don't like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, y'all got it.
Yeah. That's right. Good, Op. You done on that?
Some more?
Yeah, that was it.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 3. It says, "For I could wish that myself were accused from Hamashiach for my brethren."
Cursed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, cursed.
Salakia. I'll start that over. Romans 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh,
Yeah.
who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
Yeah. So let's run that back. Run that last verse back.
Romans 9:3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh.
So Paul's letting you know right here. He wish he could take on what Yahweh Shai went through for his brethren, for his kinsmen according to the flesh.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites.
Boom. So right there, you have to stop and say, well, wait a minute. Paul's people is the Israelites, right? Physically and spiritually, if you want to play that card. But you can't say you're my kinsman spiritually. You can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You spiritually my kinsman. No, you're not.
Actual bloodline.
This because that's what it's talking about in the context of actual bloodline of people.
Yeah.
That is being joined together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, as he read in the Baruch, the 3rd chapter. That's being gathered by the word of the Holy One. That's how we being gathered back now. We are being gathered back to the spirit, but on a physical aspect, through bloodline, we are those people being gathered back to the spirit, physically and spiritually. You know?
Quick precept.
Go ahead.
Back that up. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. It says, I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid.
Yeah.
For I also am an Israelite,
Yeah.
of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So this is Paul speaking to the Israelites in Rome. He said the Lord didn't do away with his people because I'm an Israelite, of the tribe of the seed of Abraham and of the tribe of Benjamin. So he gave you the lineage right there. Obviously, you go from Abraham to Jacob, and then to get the Jacob to Benjamin, man.
Yeah, Abraham to Isaac, Isaac to Jacob,
Isaac,
and Jacob to the progenitor of the 12 tribes, and specifically the tribe he's talking about, he says from the tribe of Benjamin, right?
Right. So that's when it says his kinsmen, he's talking about Israelites.
Matter of fact, jump a verse back. Go to Romans 10 since you're so close.
So he said
Romans
his kinsmen
10.
according to the flesh.
Romans 10.
Because you heathens don't need propitiation for your sins. Okay? Because the Most High didn't teach you just judgments, man. Okay?
Romans 10 and 1.
1. Okay. Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved.
Yeah, so Paul covered a lot of things in the book of Romans, right? Matter of fact, somebody go to Romans chapter 1, verse 7. Since they want to play, since you want to keep playing games, so we can go to the 1st chapter. You're not just going to jump to the 9th chapter and jump to 11th chapter and, you know, the 10th chapter or whatever you want to go in, and then you want to talk about speaking about how you grabbed in and this and that. Well, Paul's letting you know, he says, look, my prayer is for the Israel that they may be saved. God didn't cast away these people because I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. So if you're saying they cast away, then you're saying I'm cast away, right? Then you go into the point of you talking about the covenants for this people, the covenants for that people. Well, Paul letting you know in Romans the 9th chapter that look, all this still pertains to me and my people.
Right.
Right? Well, let's go to Romans 1 and 7.
Yep. This is Romans chapter 1 and verse 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High.
So it says, to all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High. So let's deal with these key words, beloved of the Most High. Who is beloved? The Israelites. Now we can go to Romans 9th chapter, in the 13th verse again, where it says, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Esau's not beloved. He's not a beloved individual. They're not a beloved nation. Remember, they are the nation out of all the nations in the Bible. They're the one that's not going to receive mercy. Yep. Book of Obadiah. Go ahead.
Yep, even in that Zondervan Compact Dictionary that was wrote by the small hats,
yeah,
who claim to be the people. All right, even in there it says, look, Esau the only nation to whom no mercy was promised.
Yeah. You know, but this is deception because they try to play games because in their mind or what they're pushing that they're not Esau, that they're not the Edomites. So they put that true information there, you know, that, oh yeah, look, there's instruction to the Edomites with no mercy, but we ain't them. The hell you is.
The hell you ain't.
You go. Oh yeah, the hell you ain't. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, I'll start over. Romans 1 and 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, called to be saints.
Called to be saints, right? Gather my saints.
They would have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Yeah, yep. Precept back in the Buddhist saints is, right? Go ahead.
Grace to you and peace from our power, our Father, and the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Yeah, you gotta understand though, Paul's apostleship was sent to the uncircumcision. So Paul was traveling all around in the world, in these different countries, okay, dealing with the Israelites. He's bringing back in through faith.
Right.
You know, Gentiles, so to speak. You know,
Well,
that's what they was being called.
It's like a point that Elder Yashawamba likes to make. Before Abraham was circumcised, he was uncircumcised.
Yep.
You see? So you have those that through the different diasporas and different captivities, okay, that left off from their customs.
And Abraham moved through faith.
So
He told him to leave a land which he knew.
Yep.
You got to dip.
Take his whole family, leave his security of his, you know what I'm saying, of his parents, and go somewhere strange, and be a stranger.
Yep, you got to dip, yep.
That take a lot of faith, man. Starting all over.
Yeah. Just think about the aspect how, you know how you be a young child, you be nervous when you move, then you got to go to the new school on your first day? And it's not I'm talking about it's in the middle of the school year type shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like,
You got no friends.
you know what I'm saying? It's the feeling is just, it's awkward, bro.
It's horrible. Then you get there, you ain't on the same curriculum they on.
Yeah.
You look stupid. You like, God damn. I don't know if I want to ask no questions.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna think I'm dumb.
You go to lunch, you just don't know where to sit. You just looking around like, hoping somebody say, yo, come over here, man. Yeah, but it's an awkward feeling, but Abraham moved through faith, you know? Just like, we moving through faith. Even the Israelites back then, you were part of the uncircumcision, they moved through faith. You gotta think what was going on back then. Just, you walk through the city and you have this Gentile look, you know what I'm saying? And you just amongst those of the circumcision. They looking at you like, nigga.
Right. You gotta imagine, some of these men may have brands on them, tattoos.
Yep.
You know,
Walking through Jerusalem looking like Tupac and shit. I'm gonna be like, heathen.
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
So they look like these other heathens, man. You know, they was into those different forms of worship. So, of course, you come to Israel, you'll be like, what? Who is this? You know?
Clearly, he's a Hamite.
He's strange looking. You know?
You done on that, Roman? You should be done with Romans 1 and 7.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
cool.
cool.
Romans 9. All right, where you at, Daniela?
Oh, get Galatians 3, talking about the seed.
All right. Yeah, we definitely gonna finish. Okay, let's finish Romans 9 and you can go.
Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption.
Yeah, so who are Israelites who pertain of the adoption. So we can only want to be adopted back to the Lord, right? Because y'all wasn't a part of this. You can't be adopted into this. Go ahead. Yeah.
It says, and the glory
Uh-huh.
and the covenants.
And the covenants, both. You see, and we're not in a new covenant right now. We wouldn't be out here if we was in the new covenant right now.
Yep. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Even bugged out, bro. It said we won't have to teach our neighbor no more, saying know the Lord, for all shall know the Lord.
We wouldn't have had a conversation that we had on the phone about eating at a certain place. You know what I'm saying? How they cook with certain ingredients that we don't eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or just on a sense of going off. But we wouldn't be going off.
Bro, you wouldn't be dismayed or worried about checking the ingredient list. I never
Right.
forget, man. I was looking at some cheese that was on sale, and then the Spirit had me go to the aisle to look at the packages. I'm like, this shit got gelatin in them. You know, all the major brands got gelatin.
It's over with.
Cause I'm thinking of making some broccoli and cheese. I'm like, so you put an American in there. I know American ain't great, but it melt easy. I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, 2% gelatin. I'm like, okay, Velveeta got it. Daisy got it. Kraft got. All of them got the fucking American.
Oh yeah, it's over.
I'm not fucking with this processed shit no more. I'm just use cheddar. You know what I'm saying? But damn, bro. I ain't never know that. You know how many times you probably ate a piece of American cheese or grilled cheese or something, eat gelatin.
Look here, man. Hey,
Government cheese, that shit got gelatin in it.
Hey, look, brothers and sisters, don't be over righteous. Ain't nothing you can do about it. A lot of this shit that you think they got don't got shit in it, got shit in it.
Yeah.
Just, move to the spirit. That don't mean to go get some neck bones now, motherfucker.
Hell no.
Don't get crazy now. Good,
Pork chop sandwiches. Continue on in verse 4 says, in the giving of the law.
Yeah, in the giving of the law, right?
And the service of the Most High and the promises.
Yeah, the services of the Most High and the promises. So we are the ones that was basically have that what do they say, services and promises?
Yep.
Right,
In the giving of the law.
Right, so in the giving of the law, so the services of the Most High that belong to Israelites, the priests or the Levites of our nations, that's the service of the Most High. The prophets, read Amos, the 2nd chapter, say the Israelites will be the prophets, that's the service of the Most High. So we control all of that, man. Really, the people that should really have hold of the book is the servants, the prophets, the Israelites, nobody else. Yeah. Nobody else should have this book talking about they the servant of God.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have the scriptures in your hand, man.
You see, people like to make the Most High out to be just this super flaky, wishy-washy individual that, it went from the sons of Aaron, right? But you also had Melchizedek, right? And so he showed some instances of somebody from another tribe and then the sons of Aaron. That was supposed to be the only really priest people that did the service, right? And later on, he opened it up to everybody else. A nation of kings and priests.
Nation of kings and priests, yeah.
But now y'all acting like he gonna go further than that. And now the whole world, as long as you believe in the Most High, you can be a part of that priesthood. No. It don't work like that. It's even depicted in the new covenant that y'all gonna have to come learn.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you can be included in the new covenant, how is that fair? The Most High is a God of equity, right? So some of the heathen gonna have the laws written in their parts. Then you gonna look at your cousin, you know what I'm saying, Hashid or whatever. He gotta come bow at your feet and learn from you. No, all you niggas gonna be on the other side. But we gonna have the laws written in our inward parts. You have to come learn from us. You have to come grab the skirt of him that is a Jew and say, teach us of your ways.
Right.
You see?
The scriptures talk about those that would not come up to serve the Lord, they shall have no rain.
No rain.
So if the laws were to be written in the inward parts of these other nations, there would be no question. They would automatically come up and serve the Lord.
Right. Somebody get Micah 4. I think it's Micah 4. Was you done? We wasn't done on that Romans 9. Micah 4.
Scripture say the Most High is not the author of confusion, man.
So we got like 2 more verses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of the heathen gonna be blessed. Some of this confusion, man. Go ahead.
Romans 9 and 5. Whose are the fathers and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
Boom, right there. That's another key point. He said, whose are the fathers? What?
And of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
Yeah.
Come on. Go ahead.
So why is that in there? Why is that specification in there? Of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came. He's letting you know that he came for a certain people. As a matter of fact, that's how people were named. Nomen Omens, right? Mm-hmm. He said, call him Yahushua, for he shall save what? His people.
From their sins.
Where's that one here, the quitter, the one that say, have raised up for us a horn of salvation in the house of his servant David?
Luke 1. Luke 1 and 68.
See, a lot of people want to just come, and it's crazy how the Most High got it. But, you literally have these people that are just seared with a hot iron and just get with this dogma. Gentile, I mean everybody. Yeah. And they repeat it so much that it's bugging these people out, man.
But hold on, bro. In the book of Galatians, they say Jew nor Greek. Greek covers everybody.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know everybody was a Greek. Let me walk up to Hajit and tell him, hey, you are a Greek, my friend.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, nigga, Greek. All right, nigga.
Yeah. That's what they say, bro. They say, you'll literally hear Christians say that Greek covers all nations.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Go ahead.
We know that there was a Greek captivity.
Yeah, see,
right?
they don't talk about that, though. They discredit the
Apocrypha.
Yep.
Got that loop or whatever you have.
Continuing on in verse 5, it says, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever, among.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the point.
We're good on that. Y'all?
Right. You want that Micah 4?
Yeah. Just to back up your point for y'all.
Con.
You can hold.
This is Micah chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yeah, so spiritually right now, you seeing the mountain being established all through the spirit as this word is going forth. As you see these altars set up all across America, Babylon are great. But we know ultimately, you know, the mountain of the house of the Lord is going to be set up, and we're our holy land in the land of Jerusalem. But it all got to get cleansed first, man. You know? Go ahead.
Right. It says, and it shall...
And Salaki, that ain't going to be no spiritual cleansing happening over in our land. You know, it's gonna be a physical cleansing first and foremost. You know, by fire. That's how it's gonna be cleansed. Go ahead.
It says, and it shall be exalted above the hills,
Yeah.
and the people shall flow unto it.
Yeah. See, so it talks about the people flowing into the land, right? They're gonna be flowing to the land of Jerusalem to do what?
It says, and many nations shall come and say,
Mm-hmm.
come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord,
And what?
into the house of the power of Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And he will see. Look, it says the power of Jacob,
Right.
right? Which is real specific. It didn't say the power of everybody, man. It says, and he will teach us of his ways.
Now this backs up the statement that the brother made. The law, statutes, and commandments is not gonna be written in y'all inward part because y'all gonna be coming up to be taught, asking to be taught to learn our ways, the ways of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Them are the ways you're gonna learn. Now, who is gonna institute that way of life, the way of righteousness, the way of holiness? The 144,000, the governing body of the children of Israel.
Yep.
Right? We ain't gonna be teaching each other because that is the new covenant. A part of the new covenant is for us not to teach each other anymore. Go ahead. So somebody have to be taught. It's gonna be you heathen.
Something up from there. The law, statute, commandments written in your inward parts, man.
Yep.
It says, for the law shall go forth of Zion.
Yeah. The law ain't going forth in Zion right now. I had this 48er come in the building today, right? Not today, but I think yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You know how they wear their yarmulkes and shit, you know what I'm saying? He had a pink joint on. I looked at him.
Pink yarmulke.
And I said, you know it was a sassy bag of chips, you know what I'm saying?
Came from Tel Aviv.
It was a sweet and sassy bag of chips.
Sweet.
There you go, bro.
He came from Tel Aviv,
Bro,
man.
but that's the point, bro. The law ain't going forth out of Jerusalem right now. How could they be the people of the Lord? You got Pink City. You got Tel Aviv. You got the Holy Land promoting this madness, the sweet and sassy madness.
Halal swine.
Yeah, halal swine. But how did it become that Israel is known for sweet and sassy?
Right.
The bag of sweet, sassy bag of chips. That don't make no damn sense,
Yeah,
man.
and you know what too?
The honey barbecue.
The honey, he walk in there like he the people of the Lord.
Through.
Oh, sweet. I'm just looking. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go the other way.
But you know when you go into it, like I tend to mention sometimes, when you go into that what is it called? The Shekinah and the what's that doctrine?
In the Talmud, yeah.
When you go into the Talmud, it really shows you how bugged out they are. You know what I'm saying? And why they secretly maneuvered in to the honey barbecue city. You know what I'm saying? To the Fruit Loop city. All right? Because hey man, Fruity Pebbles, it just took over.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But essentially that's what they go into. That's why you have these rituals. I was just watching a video. Yeah, I was just watching a video the other day of Brother Les sent, where it's widely known that a part of the Skull and Bones ritual is that you got to let men do certain things to you. And he said it's like over 200 leaders, and they all got to do things with you, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to be initiated. So that's over 200 times you had to do a little act to be a part of this society.
Yeah, they said like it's a way to higher elevate in that realm within that left hand man.
But who else taught that? Aleister Crowley.
Yep.
With his sex magic.
Yep. Yeah, that's what they call it, sex magic. Yeah.
See?
Sex magic. Yeah. That goes back to
that's
ancient
loud,
Egypt.
brother.
Yeah, it goes back to them Hamites too, man.
Yeah.
You know, Esau got all these different things from Ham.
Right.
You know?
And it just goes back to show you how they worked with the spiritual demon Satan, man. Okay, on the planet, and they worship him, man. Okay, because they've experimented and found out the more that you do certain little acts, the deeper you get into that left hand energy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you get them demonic energies on you, man. Doing those different things.
Yep, they receive power on the left.
Yeah, you receive certain amount of power. Oh, you sacrifice this and you drunk this blood. Okay, you've done an extremely abominable thing in the sight of the Lord. So now demons is opened up to you. It's like opening portals, man.
Yeah.
You know, to the demonic realm. That's where you get that CERN from.
Yep, CERN technology.
The CERN, the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, and all those different, or these different rituals they do in front of you at Super Bowls and different concerts and things, man. Like the Travis Scott concert, where them people got basically sacrificed.
Yeah.
You know, trampled and killed. You see? These devils ain't slick, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, going back to Micah chapter 4 and verse Micah chapter 4 and verse I'll read this again. It says, and we will walk in his paths, verse 2, and walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall rebuke among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall there be war anymore.
Yeah, these are good, huh?
Right, and when they these 48ers basically signed that declaration, right, that for the state of Israel, guess what? There was war. What was it? The very next day.
The very next day, that night or the very next day, something like that.
Right. So if they're truly the people of the Lord, then the whole earth should be in peace.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You see, you got madness like that, man. Like, just let his dog go to the bathroom, clean it up. Like, people are fucking rude, man. Sick, man. Yeah.
Any dogs and shit, they pick it up.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Op. This shit just pissed me off for real, man. He gonna come right behind us and do that shit. Fucking. Go ahead.
Right.
Man, you got this weird shit. This is irritating, man.
Yeah, I know.
For real, man. Go ahead, Op.
Right.
You done with that?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Revelation 19, man. Let's go into the word of truth. What's about to happen to this demonic place, man? You fucking idiots out here.
Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
Right, so the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Now let's go into the Bible. Let's go into some prophetic things that's about to happen upon the planet Earth. So brothers, get destruction scriptures, get second Esdras, get all the scriptures that none of these other books are talking about what's going to come to the planet Earth, man. Because this is what's coming to the planet Earth. Death, destruction, and a heavy judgment upon you people, man. Jeremiah 28:8. Let's start off with that. Jeremiah 28:8. Let that shit piss me off, man.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
And what did they talk about?
Of war.
War was one of them.
And
we always talking about war coming upon the planet Earth. You can see World War III about to take place. Yahushua spoke about wars and rumors of wars.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna speak about the same thing. Right now, you got these minuscule wars that they see, but there's actually wars happening on the planet Earth as we speak. You think nation rising up against nation right now is just because, or they're playing games? No. You think you got nations got their vessels going into the Baltic Sea and other regions around the Earth? Why are they doing these different things? Submarines out there, like Russia got submarines out there. A lot of nations got their naval ships out there for what? Because it's a time to play games? No. The one place on the earth that is playing games is fucking America, man. Yep. And the American people playing games. Everybody else is on alert. For when alert they hit to say, take cover, take shelter. You know what I'm saying? A nation is about to send off a missile, whether it's coming from a sub or whether it's coming from a Navy vessel in the seas, whether it's coming from wherever they got their the missile systems or the silos in their region. But the nations are on alert in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Not here. Not you people here, man.
Right. I got that precept you quoted real quick. Matthew 24:4 says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation.
Yeah, we seeing that, man. Right, so we says we're going to hear these wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. Okay, but within that, what's next? Nation shall rise up against nation. We're seeing this, right? We're seeing this happen. Now, when we talked about the kingdom, it says how they was going to beat their swords into pruning hooks and their
spears and the plowshares.
Spears and the plowshares, right? But we're seeing a difference. We're seeing the opposite of that right now, right? Majority of the nation's money is going into what?
War efforts.
War
weapons.
efforts,
Yeah.
war weapons, war technology, war what the fuck is they called? Their shit. Not the weapons, like their fleets and shit like that.
Vehicles.
Vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Chariots.
Chariots.
Yeah.
Go ahead, huh?
I actually just was listening to the radio like yesterday, and they were saying how they reported on the missile defense system being down or something.
Mm-hmm.
and it was so funny because the dude on the radio was like,
You think that's maybe something you maybe want to keep to yourself, huh?
I was like, he got a point.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Like the bro said, this is what we're experiencing right now. All right. But what the end result's gonna be? America's gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. Okay. That's the end result. All right. So while you people running around in your comfortability, wait. That movie, The Purge, is gonna become a reality. You see it roll the window up. Hey, The Purge is gonna become a reality to America, Babylon the Great, and it's too late. You damn devils, you already heard it. All right, this place is gonna be destroyed. And if you ain't a part of the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you better be very afraid. Go back to your home country, man. Right? Because if you here, you're gonna become a piece of ash, man. A pile of ash. You're gonna get disintegrated.
Yep.
All right? You Jakes better repent, man. The Lord gonna fuck a lot of people up, man. Go ahead, bro.
Finish that Jeremiah 28:8 for that y'all like it here.
Continuing in verse 8, I'll start over. It says, Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yep. So of war and of evil and of pestilence. Now we're telling you about these different times that we are entering in. We're entering into the time or in the days of evil. Pestilence. There's more pestilences starting to arise again, and we don't care. We hope what they call a fungal infection going on right now, where it's killing people. Look, man, I hope that shit fucking spread overnight and shut the cities back down. I don't give a shit, right? Because something needs to happen upon the planet Earth to put you people in fear. You people are no longer in a state of fear anymore.
Proud.
Yeah. Proud. That's why y'all running around the earth the way y'all is. That's why y'all talking to people the way y'all are. Because y'all not in fear anymore.
Nope.
But very soon, within these next couple months, lives are about to change. With this digital switch and everything that's happening, lives are going to change, right? I listen to there's a lot of different financial advisors out there, right? Bro, I remember I've been keeping tabs on it. I'm gonna have to do a video on this. I've been keeping tabs on this months ago when they talked about this eviction rate shit. Bro, the eviction rate has skyrocketed.
Yeah.
To a number where it's just like, it doesn't make sense.
It's ridiculous.
Car payment and repos has skyrocketed. You know, so now people are starting to ask themselves the question that says, how are people even surviving right now?
Yeah. A lot of people are going homeless. I've been seeing a surge of videos of people filming themselves living in their cars. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So it's wild right now. Okay?
Yeah. And it's going to get worse. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Right? So the days of evil are upon us. Now, can somebody give me real quick, he that foreseeth evil hideth himself? You know? Because that's what we doing. We hiding ourselves in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All these pretty women that walk past, you know, looking all good. Bro, that shit is about to be out, man. You know? Everybody just roaming. Just roaming. That shit is about to be out the window when chaos hit, man. You know? Go ahead, out.
Yeah, get bro.
Proverbs 22 and verse 3.
Yeah.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
So this is what we see it. We see it, the evil. We hiding ourselves within this truth. Okay, we hiding ourselves in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The scriptures talk about the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, and is safe. You know? Our people don't even know who the strong tower, know the name of the strong tower. They don't even know that the Lord is the strong tower.
Yeah.
You know? We just talked about these Muslim niggas that's all in this Ramadan shit, and that's what it goes back to, because that's why I wanted to start to touch on this prophecy, because yeah, y'all books might say yes, times are gonna get bad, but y'all are not giving us, your books are not giving the specifics of what is to take place. Ours do. Ours do. Okay? Ours give us the specifics of the MOTB and not to take it, and we see that transition. What is you niggas doing? Right now you got dudes like what's his name? You know, Reason Islam, smart brother. You know what I'm saying? It goes into a lot of different things. Now he still has the mindset of, oh shit, we know that's the MOT, we don't take it. But where would y'all get that from?
Right.
The scriptures, the Bible.
Yeah.
Y'all get that from the Bible. So wait a minute. So you telling me that y'all got the top of the line book? Y'all, what is it? Allah, right? What they call him? What is he supposed to be? A messenger? I don't fucking know. I don't even care.
Oh, you talking about Muhammad?
Oh, yeah, that's the dude's name.
Messenger of Allah.
Yeah, messenger. Okay. Where's the details at? Why don't y'all book tell us about the MOTB? Because it ain't the word of truth. That's why.
And at the end of the day, you're going back to following after the so-called white man Esau anyway.
Right.
Because when they give a description of Muhammad, they say it was a white man.
Yeah. Remember dude y'all fight us about that?
Yeah, he was mad.
Gonna get mad at us.
Y'all books say, nigga, you mad at us.
And then on top of that, how he got into that was by Khadijah, and she was an Israelite. Everybody leaves her out. Everybody leaves Khadijah out, which was the Israelite. You see?
It says, but the simple pass on and are punished.
And the simple pass on and are punished. Can you go into that word simple? Let's see if that word simple is going into. You know? We'll get a little further edification on that. But the thing is, our people they don't foresee evil. You know? They don't see it. That's why the scriptures talk about this place, the land that dwelleth without care or without walls.
City of unwalled villages.
Yeah. You know,
I was gonna mention something about that. The Lord brought it back up through the Spirit, because whenever these different things, these different scares was coming out, you know, people was kind of putting up their walls a little bit. Motherfuckers was kind of walking around, being more conscious of certain things, or not going out at all.
Shit.
Okay, but now the walls is gone again. It was almost like they were spiritually being built up a little bit, like we're gonna be careful about things. But now, motherfuckers is out again.
Yeah.
Everybody got their mask on. You know what I'm saying?
Because they think America is, they think America can't be taken down.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why they're dwelling without care, man. They're walking around here. They're walking around here thinking that nothing can touch America,
Nothing can
man.
touch it. Oh, sorry.
oh my God. Go to that word.
Man, it's
Go
like
to that.
all types of weird energy out there.
Go to that
Yeah, you
definition.
do, bro.
I ain't even seen it.
Checkerboard.
This is the word simple in
King me, dog.
Proverbs 22 and 3. The word simple it goes into, it says silly, foolish. It says simple ones, simplicity,
Yep.
seducible.
Seducible. Right? You can't tell me that the American people is the most seducible people. For instance, God brought out some points about the whole TikTok thing. He says, okay, China gave y'all TikTok, but when you look at over there in China, on TikTok, they don't teach that nut ass shit that they get the American people. They don't teach them none of that madness. You got children in them schools learning how to break down guns and put guns back up, right? Learning how to do all these different things which the American people are not being taught in the schools. Now, not necessarily saying, just for the purpose of guns, but just the purpose of anything that may be needed or useful, within society or within your lifetime. right? So, but our people are easily to be seduced. So that's why you people are not seeing or foreseeing this evil that's happening upon the earth, because you're being seduced by the other different things. Like I say, TikTok, which is one of the main forms of media that you're being seduced by. A lot of people live a persona or a certain lifestyle by what? By what they're influenced and what they're seduced by. Okay? And guess what? The entertainment has done a great job with doing that. Movies, TV shows, apps, you know, whatever. Okay? Video games. You name it.
Because certain things, they pump your head up, man. If you know, that's the reason why they got, it's the reason why certain music get played when nigga about to go rob somebody versus when he about to go have sex with his girl.
Yeah,
he play the one music.
Yep.
Go hit a nigga up, you know, because he get his mind set up to, I'm finna go kill these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you play I'm freaking you. Then you play that one because you like, I'm about to go get it in, dog. Yeah, so, you know, these things get into your psyche and your spirit, and they push a certain mindset. So when people look on the TikTok, you know, the one thing about how this devil have studied, what is they do the diligent search. Yep. This devil has to study how your mind works, right? Yep. So you see certain things, and it influences you to want to be like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They play off of your basic desires. You want the money, or you want this, or you want that. Even music, I'll tell you how bugged out it is. I've been watching these gold digger videos, right? And this is one dude in Houston, right? Every chick was getting in his car, was like, let's go to the Galleria and spend some bands on me, right? I listened to a Drake song the other day. It just came on. And he said that shit. He said, I'll take her to the Galleria, spend a couple bands on her, and I don't even know her. I said, that's crazy how that song translated into these gold diggers getting in the car, and the first they'll say when they know this nigga got money is, take me to the Galleria. They was all saying Galleria, Galleria. I'm like, Drake said this shit. Mm-hmm. And look how it brainwashed their ass.
High level witchcraft.
I'm like, that's wild, bro. I didn't realize it until like yesterday.
That's an enchantment.
Yep.
I got a quick precept right here. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. It says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Right? So the American society is all about folly, man. And it's set in great dignity through these different celebrities, these TV shows and movies, man, through the media. All right? But when you go to these other countries, they don't put these different things in great dignity, man. Right? Just recently, a couple years ago, China was forcing all so-called Christians out of the country because they didn't want America's philosophies over there, man. Yeah. You know? Because of course, they started to see that the generation of their society for taking heed unto America's so-called
their wine. They had a Chinese Call of Duty, and they were showing people how to get on there and play it. And I had, like a couple years back, I got on there and played it, and it was so addicting. You know what I'm saying? Because here, this place has an abundance of idleness. You know, there's all type of things you can do and just be idle all day. They don't promote that in China. Nope. In China, they want you to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they got memes or different videos that they do. They be like, emotional damage. You know, whenever he doing something, he got a clip where he was doing something. It's that, like, you better do your homework. You better study, you know, you become a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So that's their mindset is work, right? They shut that whole shit down. They like, nah, too many motherfuckers is being idle. They learning violence. They learning, these different things. We cutting this shit out, and they got rid of it, So they don't play that shit, man. Certain places like Uganda.
Yep.
They was like, we not, what? You want us to do what? Legalize Moism? Hell no. Matter of fact, not only are we not going to legalize Moism, we're going to put a death penalty if you get caught in the act. But that's biblical, though. You see? And they ain't worried about it because they just going to get Russia. Oh, you want to play games? Russia, come help us out.
I got one in there.
You see? Y'all got it.
What up? Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Right. The nations have drunken of the wine of Babylon, so they angry, or they're just completely bugged out and crazy. You can apply either one. You see? And you see that, man, the different things that's happening in these different places, man. You know, the women's and everything like that. Hey, never would I thought I would have seen a podcast, Fresh and Fit style, with Muslims.
Oh yeah.
You saw that one?
Yeah, yep.
Full-born Muslims in there, and the dudes explaining how if I pay the bills in the house, I want my wife to, you know, do this and do that, and I'm like, they're having the same conversations Americans is having, and the women is in there with fucking hijabs on.
Yeah, they talking to the woman with the hijab.
How the woman with the hijab? How's there even a debate? Nigga, that was out in them countries. Now you got a hijab women sitting across from Muslim men, and he's explaining how he want a woman that's gonna clean up his house.
There go one right there without one on.
That's that shit. Wow. Yeah, with leggings on.
On.
That's that wine of Babylon. Mm-hmm. Okay, in that golden cup. Because the one thing about that golden cup is it look good. It's like that pimp cup.
Yep.
It's like that pimp cup
Don
that
Juan
got.
Jealous.
They all want a sip of that pimp cup. Diamond encrusted, beautiful. Look at that. What's that? 24 karat? What you got in that, player? I know you got something good in that motherfucker. Let me get some. You see? That's how it look. The well-favored harlot. That's how it looks to these nations. Go ahead, brothers. And the leggings is just running rampant, bro. They need to ban leggings.
Bro, yeah, that shit is wicked, bro.
Leggings,
Leggings need to
yoga
be banned,
pants,
bro.
all that shit.
The
man.
little, I mean,
Look, I'm a man. We all men up here, and we love women's bodies. But God, dog, this shit's wild.
Didn't
bro.
they just say that before?
You just said that.
This shit's wild. You need to ban leggings, bro.
It's a sensory overload here,
Yeah,
man.
this shit ought to be fucking adult. That shit ought to be counted adultery or
But,
something. You know
but
what I'm
this
saying?
the thing,
You
though.
got a man, you got on leggings. Bitch, you excited with an adultery ticket.
But
or
this
something.
the thing,
Man,
though.
so-
We men and we love women. We love the different looks of women. But like I said before, Camp, I says they're overloading us so much with it. It gets to the point where it's just like, all right, this needs to stop. This is up for the day. Like, this has to stop. I cannot see this anymore.
I'm about to start discriminating on bitches that got on leggings. I'm about to start automatically labeling you a low quality woman. I'm gonna be like, you don't got no respect for yourself.
It's like
You
90%
trash.
now because it's no more pants anymore.
Come on,
It's just
man.
leggings.
You ain't even got jeggings no more, nigga. It's just all leggings.
Right, because you're basically naked, man.
Yeah,
If
man.
it's skin tight, you're basically naked.
It's skin tight and it's loose. It don't have no structure.
All right, come on, let's read.
Yeah, you guys go
Book
ahead.
of Nahum 3:1, right?
Shit's crazy.
Yeah. So it says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not, right? So it says destruction into this bloody city. America, Babylon the Great is full of what? Of bloodshed, okay? Robbery and lies. And one of these big deceptions of lies is they taught the people here, or let's just focus on our people. They taught the Israelites here that you have nothing to worry about. That no matter what you do, you are covered by the blood of your sins of Jesus. Right? That's a one of the biggest lies that they have told our people. The Israelites, that's just one of the biggest lies. And that's why you people run around and think you can do whatever the hell you want, commit all types of manners of wickedness, because in your mind, you're already covered because you're already saved. Okay? Meanwhile, shit did not hit the fan yet.
Yep.
Verse 2, it says, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the praising horses and the jumping chariots, the horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and a glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpse, and corpse goes into bodies. It says, now this is why. Because the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that settleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. And that's talking about America, Babylon the Great. We was talking about that golden cup that the nations are drinking from. Okay? Then how the nations have been deceived, how the nations have been how their shameful spewing have been looked upon by drinking of that cup. Right? Imagine going to, there's a lot of college parties and a lot of false and even true rape accusations come from what? Women drinking, right? Whether they gave consent or not, it goes back to what? For them parading themselves in the streets, right? And drinking. Now, I think this is bullshit because how they say what is consent. Their mind is not, how the system made, mind is not made up with consent is bullshit. Because if you sleep with a woman, then it's okay that night, and the next day she feels bad about herself and says, I don't think I should have done that. You know what? I didn't give him consent, and they can go to jail. That's bullshit.
Yep.
Because you wasn't on your game, or because you decided, because you wanted to be a thought, right, and drink and do whatever the hell you want and have a good time as you was doing it until the next day because you feel bad, because you know within your spirit that shit is wrong, and now that next person got to go to jail because you made that fucking mistake, and now that person gets thrown away because you're bullshit. That doesn't make sense to me, bro.
There's no accountability.
That's no accountability, bro.
Yeah.
But then there's accountability if a woman does a drunk drive, hit and run, then they hold her accountable.
Right.
But when it comes to sex, she's not held accountable. That's bullshit.
Yeah, and I would, man, and just give some spiritual advice, man.
There you go. Cover it.
I would avoid if you come upon a woman that's already inebriated and she like coming on to you or staring at you, bro, avoid her, bro. Avoid her, because you might go do that and then, bro, that could be the worst mistake of your life, bro. She wake up, who are you, da-da-da, or she got a man, cause she gonna lie, bro.
She gonna lie.
She gonna lie. She drunk, bro. Hey, just don't even entertain that shit, bro.
Yep. You covered it, because that's what I was gonna say, bro. Just avoid it. Let's avoid it, because that's the bullshit you gotta deal with in this place behind that. And they said over 50% of those cases happen because of that.
Yeah.
But you gotta blame the devil for this madness, you know? Or with feminism and the rest of the other different things that's happening around the world that give these women this liberty, you know? Because basically feminism gave you women liberty to put yourselves in these situations that y'all don't need to be in. Yeah. That's what we be talking about. Y'all think we complaining and just like, oh, y'all just kind of control us. No, baby girl, that keeps you safe too. Are you not seeing this?
That's the most deceptive tactic that this devil has used to Eve is, controlling. He's controlling.
Yeah.
No, at the end of the day, he's looking out for you, watching for your soul, man.
Yeah, that's all.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to keep you, because being a man, we can see what men see. Okay? We're not walking around careless.
Careless.
That's why it says, careless women. You can't be one of those careless individuals walking around living in pleasures and you just think you can't be touched. That's what America promotes.
Yep.
That you can't be touched. That you can go out, wear what you want, do what you want, make whatever decision you want, and you got that right. And nobody should be able to do nothing to you.
Or hold you accountable.
But what reality really is that if you are a piece of meat and you see a hungry lion and you go dangle yourself in front of that lion, ain't nobody fault if that nigga bite you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what the scriptures say.
Matter of fact, no. That's your fault if he bites you.
Nah, a wild beast.
And who gonna pity you that you can't near a wild beast, right? You know how people are. You know the rates of rape. You know all these different I should say. You know all these different things, right? Of assaults and blah blah blah, and harassments. And you still choose to go out in these different areas and do these things.
Well, what America teaches is another thing. What they teach is to not be responsible.
Yeah.
To not live your life responsibly. And this goes for men and women, man. This shit just does not make sense. But what do you expect? We're in a land of confusion.
Yeah.
Let's continue. So it says, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. Okay? Now this is the Lord saying he's against America, Babylon the Great, for these different things. It says, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. So this is what the other nations are seeing. Okay? Through your witchcraft, through your whoredoms, through this whole social media age, the nations are looking and saying, wait a minute. You think the nations can't see? First of all, they see firsthand of the corruption that's happening to their country, not only with the women, but to their young men. So they're like, oh, hell no, we got to cut this off. And then with them seeing that firsthand in their country, then they can go on social media and just look and say, wait a minute. What's her name? Mia Khalifa. She represents this country, and she's all in the XXX industry, making us country look bad like this? Hell no.
You know what? I was just watching an interview with Mia Khalifa.
Me too.
You was watching the same one?
See what she said?
Was the one when she was crying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She was talking about she didn't get any validation from men. So basically, in order to get validation, she would have to basically have sex with them.
Yep. That's how she felt that she was getting validated.
I saw a different interview.
So a different one.
I saw a different interview that's also relevant. she talked about how she was out in public and she got noticed. She was in the middle of a business interview and she got noticed by people that seen her on the P-Hub, right?
Yep.
And they were like, oh yeah, blah, blah. And she was like worried about like her business deal going bad. So she brushed them off and she was like, nah, that ain't me. I don't know what you're talking about. But then what happened? The girl that was with the dude said, oh yeah, that's not her. It ain't enough donut sauce on her face to keep it PG.
Oh my God.
There ain't enough donut sauce on her face. So no, that you right. We mistook you. That ain't her. She said, she gonna have the nerve to say she went and cried in the bathroom. Bitch, you on camera with the donut sauce. How you gonna be mad? With the glaze. You can't be mad. You got the sweat on your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show you. That's why it says what? Give not thy daughter over much liberty, lest through that liberty she destroy herself. Because now she had to be faced with the reality that, oh, this is gonna affect me the rest of my life. Yeah. If she ever had kids.
Oh. But see, now this is what Babylon promotes. It doesn't promote you to think about your future.
Yep.
With your temporary decisions, your temporary decision making can ultimately have an impact for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Those in the moment decisions. That's right, bro.
That's right.
And look at the state of Israel. Israel is constantly making in the moment decisions that's going to jeopardize their lives, and this is what we're telling you. This is what we're telling you. You see? These temporal decisions, you know? Go ahead, Al.
Precept right here. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. Right? The brother mentioned P-Hub. You know, brothers know what that is. That's the lust of the eyes, man.
But this is what E is. look at them boys. But this is what E is promoting, man. He's promoting all these different things so you can have this mindset to always be in a lustful spirit.
Yeah.
That's why we have access to so much of these things at any given time. Any given time.
Yep.
Right. This is why they have commercials, man. Right? Just so they can influence you to buy something that you may not even need.
Yeah.
Right? Influence you to eat food that's gonna destroy your body. Influence you to do particular things that's not beneficial to you.
That's why it's going back into the witchcraft as we reading, right?
It says the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Yeah, so you people that say, you know, God first and all this stuff that y'all say, they staring hard too. God first and all these things that you say, bro, the Lord not dealing with pride. He's not dealing with people. Somebody give me pride. Pride go before destruction. Because a lot of these people, they live their life in pride. You see, he gives you. Under this man, we are truly seeing the worst state of the earth, and we just only seeing it in different cities that we are located in. But when we go on the internet, you can see the devastation. You can see the destruction of the people around the world. Behind him, somebody give me Proverbs 29:2. Because everything behind him is being destroyed. The physical aspect, the mental aspect, the spiritual aspect. And I'm just talking about the people. I ain't even get to creation. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Ock.
This is, you want me to get Proverbs 16 first? Pride go before destruction? That's great.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. Pride go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
Yeah, see, pride go up before destruction. See, a lot of you people that are in a state of pride, see this. If you think you're gonna remain in this, and you think you could be good and covered and protected, no, you're just gonna be in that state before you had this fall. And the fall's gonna be the fall that's about to happen upon America, because America lives in great pride. The fall that's gonna happen upon Israel, right? The fall that's gonna happen upon Israel is gonna be huge because Israel lives in great pride, right? The scriptures talk about Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
Yep.
So right now, what is Jake doing? They kicking because they fat right now. They into themselves.
They shine.
You know, they shine. Yeah, but what, bro? It's gonna be like a switch, bro. Like a click of a button, man. Watch, or like a snap of a finger. Right? Go ahead, one more.
Proverbs 29:2.
Yeah.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, so when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay? Go ahead.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Really, people are in a mournful state. Now, let's go back to Mia real quick, right? She's making these temporary, in the moment decisions, right? Thinking these things are going to better and benefit her life, which it didn't, right? It just more of destroyed her spirit, so to speak. And she's a heathen anyway, which I think. But it's still the point of the impact of the witchcraft, the influence that this place promotes to women and men to make these unrighteous, right, ridiculous decisions, you know, that will impact the world, you know, because not only did it destroy her, she made an impact on other young women that wanted to do the same thing, that felt the same way of how they might not have been raised right, or they may not have been treated right, without having a righteous way to go about it. It's always the left way. Everything's the left. If something's not, just like for niggas, if something don't go right, your money ain't getting right, let's go take it from another nigga. Or let's go sell drugs. Or let's go rob a bank. Let's do this and that. Instead of saying, let me get myself together. Let me find me out a hustle, right? Which I mean, hustle means legally. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get me a skill. You know, let me go learn me a trade. Or let me just go get me a job. So whatever I need to do to get myself together. But it's immediately what happens, the left-hand thought process is hot for the majority of our people to say, let me just do it this way because
I need the money fast.
It's easier.
I need it now.
Like,
they're not
bro.
willing to endure, to endure, man.
It's
They
not
don't
a-
have an endurance mindset.
Yep, it's not a long-term mindset. It's not a put in the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? And you know, brothers have been guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? But
Of
it's
course,
not a,
yeah.
you know, it's ingrained in you in this society to always find the quick come up.
Yep.
The quickest way, the microwave spirit. The quickest way you can come across it. You know, and touching on what you said about Mia Khalifa, all right, she's not only that, but she influenced other girls that can say, oh, I want to be like her. You know, they desire that certain freedom. You know what I'm saying? That she has now being in America to go gad abroad, to go make a fool of herself and her family.
Yeah.
All right. And then too, they don't have a balance. You know, going back to what we said about them not having the full understanding of the scriptures in these different countries, though they may have some biblical aspects such as, you know, a man not speaking to your wife and so on and so forth. You know, things like that. Her covering up her beauty. All right. But then the scriptures do also tell you to love your wives. And we know notoriously those women there, a lot of the women that's foreign choose more American men type because they say we're more considerate. But then the women that are here say we inconsiderate. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. But you know, you hear stories about the men over there, they'll toss your ass to the side.
So
You're
now,
like a dirty rat.
But what does it go back to though? It goes back to what? The
Scriptures.
law needs to go forth throughout the earth.
There's a righteous way to do things on the planet, and it ain't here.
Yeah.
You might see different things where it's like, oh, that's, but then it ain't all the way there. You know?
Quick precept. Going into what the brother was saying earlier, that we're seeing the earth in the worst state that it's ever been in, man. We're in the worst state. This is the most wickedest time that we've ever been in, right? It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 17. It says, I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly, and I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. So King Solomon, you know, he had wisdom, man. He had all the wisdom, right? But he also knew of all the folly, man, right? So, hey, the Lord is showing us all the wickedness and the folly and what the earth is like when the law, statutes, and commandments is not established, man. So we'll appreciate it way, way more once it's established upon the earth, man. And we'll have understanding of both sides, right? We'll be as the angels of the Most High, like the scriptures say, knowing both good and evil, man. You know, so we'll have complete understanding on why, heathens might try to, farm this way or that way. Like, nah, don't do it that way. Do it this way, because this is gonna mess up your soul. We're gonna know for sure, man.
Yeah. Right So back to Nahum chapter 3 verse 6, it says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and will make thee a vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? So now when you look at America, Babylon the Great, somebody grab me Revelation 17.
Yeah, that's the one you started reading earlier, right? You finished it?
Yeah.
Because he said, I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means he's going to lift up your skirt.
Yeah.
He's going to show your shame. Okay, because really, if you look at the old school videos, whenever like Marilyn Monroe, when she was faking it, or when the wind would blow up her skirt, she would kind of try to hold it down and cover it. But really, she was faking that shit. She wanted you to see. But anyway, nevertheless, that was the typical response, was to be shamefaced.
Ooh,
that's what it means. Go ahead.
There's a clip of women, I think it's like in the 1950s, and they was asked, they would show a magazine, and they would be like, "Did you see this girl in the bikini? This girl in this bikini? Would you wear this?" And there's all the women in dresses, and they was like, "Ooh, no, she is disgusting."
Yeah, why would she do that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just
now they're gonna be like, that ain't enough.
You know what
I
they
need
say?
to get the doily with the nipple part with the string.
Like I see some young girls, some young girls on the bus talking about shit. Like, man, my mom bought me a dress. I'm not wearing that grandma shit. And I was cracking up because I'm like, this is where we at in society, bro.
Yeah.
This is where we at. We seen the big joint. You know what I'm saying? Big Shirley walking around here with the booty shorts on. Big Shirley, what you doing, man? What you doing? Like, have some decency about yourself, Big Shirley.
It ain't happening,
bro. But
you got certain big mamas out here be walking around like that, man.
Grandmas. But this is terrible.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, even going back into that scripture, right? He said that he was, after he did all these different things, people was gonna look and say, well, look how greatly Nineveh has fallen, right? That's what it said, right? Nineveh.
It said,
spiritually, this is, Nineveh, Babylon. This is spiritually a culmination of all those different places.
I'll read this. Let me read this again. Verse 6 and 7. Nahum 3, verse 6 and 7. It says, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee?"
See? So this is spiritually Nineveh. All right? Because what's the precept with that? I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That's basically what that's depicting right there. All right? People's going to be like, I can't stand this motherfucker. Something's going to make the 10 horns hate the whore and want to burn it with fire.
Well, you got to think, because right now, this place is looked at as the great city.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? You got Revelation 17, right? Yep. Okay, you can read that later. Whenever you get that, let me hit this real quick. Oh, go ahead.
Then he said, "From whence shall I find comforters for you?" Where am I going to find somebody to comfort you when I've shown everybody your weakness? The shameful spewing is now upon thy glory. Okay, and you're despised now in the eyes of these nations, man. Ain't nobody going to want to come comfort this place, man. It's going to be over. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered." Or no. Start at the top. "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
So this is all correlating together. As you see the same theme happening. Your nakedness being uncovered. Your shame being shown. You see? That's the same thing we were just reading about Nineveh, right?
Yep.
So this is talking about a spiritual place, right? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. "As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts, in his name, the Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms."
Yep,
Go ahead. You get Revelation 17?
Yes, sir.
I'll read a little bit more. It says, "I was wroth with my people." So when it says I should be no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, it's talking about America, Babylon, and Great. Because remember, America, Babylon, and Great is heightened, okay, compared to all these other nations upon the earth. That's why it talks about the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Go ahead,
Gotcha, brother. This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Yeah, great whore that sitteth upon many waters. That's talking about America. America is being represented as this whore, and the waters is representing the people, the nations. Go ahead.
Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
That's what we was going into, that Jeremiah 51 of Babylon being that golden cup. And we mentioned an example of that dealing with a woman named Mia Khalifa, okay, because when you go back to her nation or her country and the way they handle things. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% up to par, but it's a lot better than over here. But how she left off from her country's or her father's mindset of the way how they should conduct themselves. Okay, and she left completely off with that when she came where? To the mother of all harlots, America, man.
Yep. And that brought back that point. You know, the scriptures say, where's the one that say, shall the nation change their gods?
Which are no gods.
Which are no gods, right? So that's how it goes into that fornication. Okay, because these people have certain things set up based off of these deities that they worship, all right, certain moral codes that they're supposed to live by, but they commit fornication with the god of Babylon, man. Okay, which is, you know, basically, essentially Satan, all right? They learn this do as thou wilt mindset, and then they push it forth. Yeah, they enact it.
You know what I'm saying? But when you go into it really deep down, even though they're not really changing their gods for the other nations, they're just adopting another one to add on to their repertoire. That's what they really doing. But Israel is the ones who change their gods, because who really follow and worship these other deities, like we mentioned earlier. These niggas in Islam, right? They change their gods fully, 100%. You know, the other nations, they just adopt another one to her. You know what I'm saying? To they
well, as a nation, they don't change. Let me clarify.
Yeah, as a nation, no.
As a nation, they don't change their gods, but you have these different. You see the corruption that happens. All right, when they get drunk off of these these Babylonian philosophies, and you do have a few of them that will leave off.
Oh, absolutely.
And they'll become completely Americanized, and they'll just be like, "What, nigga? I don't practice that shit."
Yeah.
They can become like little baby Americans.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no.
You know, now as a nation, thank the water for the bro clarifying, right? Because they don't change their gods. As a nation, they still be Buddhists and Taoists and whatever the hell it is. But you have this corruption from this Babylon, this cup of Babylon, that they'll break off from the traditions, and the younger generation will come out and be disgraceful. Yep. You see, doing all type of debauchery.
That's like the one movie. I thought you had it pulled up. Which one? The one he pulled it.
Yeah, I got it.
That's like that movie that you always talk about, bro, with the samurais. How,
The Last Samurai.
Yeah, The Last Samurai. How the younger generation was wearing suits and everything, and
they had forsaken the way of the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were basically adopting the
American customs.
Right? They had the whole infrastructure was being restructured.
Yep.
That's why when a lot of these different militaries, they wouldn't dress in their traditional garb. So you wouldn't see traditional samurais or traditional.
Didn't swords get outlawed in that movie?
Yeah, swords were outlawed. It was outlawed to come into that capital carrying the sword.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. It was seen as archaic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and yeah, you were basically demonized. You had a sword
right.
on.
They basically patterned themselves to look like Esau Edom, man. How their military looks in their suits and the badges and all this other bullshit, man.
Going to the Asia, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
Right. So on a mass scale, they haven't. But Jake just, like it says, according, what's that one that say, according to the number of thy streets were thy gods? Is that the one?
Yeah, that's one
Judah?
of them, something like that.
And then it said that's a lot of different gods, right? And then it also said that you under every green tree, man.
Yeah,
playing the harlot under every green tree, man. Yeah. Like, damn. That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Revelation meaning y'all have many different teachers as well if you look at it spiritually or symbolically. Because the scriptures tell you in Isaiah, you shall be ashamed of the oaks that ye have chosen. You know what I'm saying? And Jake got all type of, whether it be another Israelite or somebody of another nation, you got all these different people that Jake love to follow after and make their teachers. Because you was mentioning Rizza Islam, but you can't forget about that dude 19 Keys either.
19 Keys, he's another one.
Yeah, he's another one.
Another one. Yeah, like I said, they got good information, but these niggas is off, bro.
Yeah,
Because
bugged out.
none of their stuff none of their messages talks about the destruction of America.
Or that.
It doesn't talk about it. It's always we're trying to advance ourselves as a people and flourish. No, fuck all that, man. This place got to be burned, man. The hell y'all talking about, man?
Tiptoeing around the truth, basically.
You're trying to build in a filthy society, man.
That's what they're trying to do, bro. They're trying to continue to build in the society, man.
This is sand over here, man.
Right.
Hell, they talking about, bro.
Yeah.
They on some Wakanda shit, man. You like, think about that, bro. Think about that. How's that gonna work? With the mindset that niggas have today. How is that gonna work, bro? It's not. It's impossible. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? These niggas don't even follow Esau's law. You think they're gonna follow yours?
Yeah, crazy.
And if you ain't willing to do, you know what I'm saying, go back to some real old standard laws, it ain't gonna work, bro. Niggas' hands ain't getting chopped off when they steal. If women ain't
getting stoned,
bro. See,
women and
but
men.
it has to go back to the scripture.
It's got to go
period,
to a biblical
bro.
way of
it has to, bro.
And hey, the wickedness has spread so far all across the world, man. There's no other way but for the Lord Yahweh Shai to come and wreak havoc, man.
No other way.
He has to show you who the true power is. He has to beat people into submission.
That's right, That's right,
Yep. That's the only way.
Oh, what's that scripture, bro? You getting it? Well, Yahweh Shai says
Them that would not. Let me grab it.
Yeah, you know what I want. Yeah, because this is what's gonna happen to you people, man. For real, man. You know? Straight up. What's that? Luke 19? Straight up, man. That's what's gonna take place. But I think I got a little bit more.
Verse 3.
Yeah, read down to
5. Revelation 17:3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, but that's still Babylon sitting on top because they are the ones that ratted the beast going into what? The NATO and the EU. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Now look about how it's describing this woman, how decked out she was. Go ahead. That's why she's being looked upon the way she's being looked upon by the other nations. When they see over here the great city, they see the different things that's going on, and seeing how she operates, seeing how she dressed, seeing how she looked. Go ahead. Yep.
It says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a gold cup in her hand full of abominations.
Going back to that golden cup, right? That everybody want to drink from. She's so fine. She holding the cup. They like, shit, let me drink some. All these other people drinking on it. Well, I still want to sip too. Go ahead.
They see she got purple on, so they see that she got some type of royalty to her.
Yeah.
Hey, you got that chick in the club, she walking around, she feeling good, she all loose and shit. Motherfucker like, hey, shit, you feeling good. What you got in your cup? Yeah. I need some of that. I want to get like you. That's how they looking, you know? Go ahead.
Having a gold cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yeah, she sits at the top, man. You know, Mystery Babylon. Now, it's not a mystery to us because these different secrets was revealed into the servants, the prophets, but we're letting you know who Mystery Babylon is. It's America. All right? And all these different things that America is doing and how it's destroying the world, how it's destroying the mindset of the people, you know, all the filth that is promoted, that it's going to be destroyed for it. That's why when you read the next chapter in the book of Revelations, what does it say? For her sins have reached up into heaven, man. Right? And there's going to be recompense for that. Go ahead, Op.
This is Luke chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay before me. So this is what the Lord's going to bring. If you don't want to get down, he's going to lay you down.
That's right, like Beanie Siegel said.
Get down, lay down.
Right.
Blood
if
in
you-
or blood out.
Kind. Because, hey, this this entire society, this world, man, it doesn't deal with the strictness or austereness, man. Especially America and all those countries that are influenced by America, man. You can just do whatever the fuck you want to do, man, with no consequence.
What's that big dude's name on
Big one.
no. We talking about state property.
Oh,
with
they
Beanie
one
Siegel.
man in the hood put it like
The
that.
dude was eating a hot dog when he told basically Beanie Siegel to get to stepping. And he caught him and he dragged him to the alleyway. He
with
beat
the
him
bat.
face
Oh, yeah, I
so
forget
bad.
his name. I forget his name.
He said, didn't I tell you? Did I tell you? Yeah, did I tell you?
Oh, I forget his name.
I forget his name.
Hey, but he
though.
beat him
He ain't
though.
want pay his dues.
He ain't want. He was extorting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if you don't want to get down, we gonna lay you down.
Yeah, ain't no compromising with the Most High.
There you go. That's why.
That's like Mad Max on Shotters.
Ooh, wasn't no
Remember he
compromise.
said, won't you take the drug and leave the money? Take the what and leave the what? Take the what and leave the what?
He put the tape back over his mouth.
He said, "Get your ass up, pussy water." Niggas just getting murdered. Wasn't no compromising.
Right, and we just read too that he shall rebuke many nations, right, afar. So many nations are going to be rebuked.
You know what? Let's get Proverbs 1, man. Because the extension of the Lord is out here, man. You know?
Yes, sir.
I want to finish this a little bit. So the book of Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6, right? Check this out. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay thy things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else besides me. I shall sit as a widow, neither shall I know loss of children. So this is going back to that mindset of America. You know, as they says what? You know, I'm gonna sit as a lady forever.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to continue to dwell from generation into generation. You know, we are going to continue to exist and to reign and to rule on the planet Earth. Okay? But the Lord said, not so. Verse 9 it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else besides me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. You know, because remember, America got the mindset of already, they got it figured out. If war come, they got it figured out. Oh, we got anti-defense systems here. You know, we teamed up with people over here on our borders. We good. You know, if there's an alien invasion, we got a Star Wars program. You know what I'm saying? We got this, we got that. So it's like in their mindset, they got it all figured out. But what do they not know? They're not going to know how these things are going to come. They have no clue how the Lord is going to shake this earth, man. How he's going to shake the heavens and the earth. You know? The Lord is going to, bro, a mighty work is going to be done and brought here to America, Babylon the Great. A mighty work. A work that no one ever is even thought of, which is going to come here. You see? And these things are coming from the Lord. And not only that, these things are being mentioned in the Bible. And we are being courteous enough to come and tell you. To come and tell all you fucking people, you fucking idiots.
Yep.
Prophet unto the nations.
So it's gonna happen. You know that song, like a thief in the night.
Yep.
I see my thief in the night. It's gonna be like a thief in the night, man, when it comes, man. There's a flash of lightning from one side of the sky to the other.
So shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. That's how it's gonna be when Yahweh shall come back. Like that, man. You ain't even gonna know what happened.
Uh-huh.
You ain't even know it.
I was about to say that.
Wake up, watch the news. The next day is like, what? America's what?
Next day, you waking up out your sleep.
You gonna feel the earth shaking.
Missile alert. You gonna be like, wait a minute. You gonna get the little bean on your phone. Nuclear missiles incoming.
Yep.
I'm talking about on the other side of the world, man.
Oh.
You gonna be like, well, they gonna feel the earth shake though, man.
Yeah,
the
that's
earth
true.
is gonna roll to and fro like a drunkard.
Yep.
Yep, and they gonna be like, wait a minute, nigga, what was that?
Revelation 22:7. This our Lord Yahweh Shah speaking. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Just backing up what the bro said, that the Lord is coming quickly, man.
Right.
Faster, sooner than you think. In your lifetime, this will happen. These prophecies will come to pass
Hey, well,
in your lifetime.
Somebody get Ezekiel 12. That proverb will cease. You know? Yeah, the proverb. Talk about the proverb that's going to cease of people saying that basically destruction ain't going to come upon this place. Yeah, they need to ban them joints. Them joints is crazy. It's crazy, like. It's just foul, man.
It's everywhere you turn.
Everywhere you turn, bro. Everybody, everyone got it.
Yep.
It's disrespectful.
Oh yeah, especially considering that they mostly have men.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Bring them out.
I got Ezekiel 12:23. Tell them this, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them that the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
You didn't read the proverb.
I'm about to get it right here. Chapter. Right. Okay, here's the proverb right here. Verse 22, it says, Son of man, what is this proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Right? So meaning what? That the days are prolonged, well, the things is just going to continue. Everything's going to be stretched out. Right? You know the scripture says that though it tarry, wait for it shall surely come.
It will not tarry.
People think that this thing is gonna keep tarrying. You know, like as if the Lord's putting it off. You know? It says in every vision faileth, right? People think that these prophecies are not gonna come to pass. Oh, they've been saying that since the 2000s. Oh, there's always been war. These things have always been going on.
Since the fathers have fallen asleep, things continue as they always have.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what Jake said.
Right.
Y'all been saying that. It ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. You're gonna find out the hard way, nigga.
The harshest way.
The hard way, nigga.
It says, tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Yep. So all these prophecies, the effect, you can see it, man. It's manifesting right before your eyes.
The effect of every vision. Key words, some certain key words be triggering stuff. And endings and effects and signs. It tells you that in the Apocrypha, right?
Yep.
And, so these things are showing themselves. They're coming to life, speaking.
If a message don't persuade you, adversity will.
What did it say? But words can't teach, adversity will.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's the quote.
Yeah, the words can't teach you, adversity will. Yeah.
That's right, man. You're gonna learn the hard way. Then it's gonna be too late.
Oh yeah.
By then it's gonna be too late. You know? There's two seek ye early that's put in the scriptures. All right, you're gonna either seek him early when you find out what's gonna happen, or you're gonna seek him early once it happens. But the second one ain't gonna get you no results, because what's gonna be told to you by the prophets is, go to them that sell and buy. I ain't got nothing for you, brother.
Nothing for ya.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Nothing to buy. Hurry up and get out.
You go to certain, you get the Bunyamya Late at night and almost all the food is gone. Well, can I get some jerk chicken? We not avdat.
We're not abduct.
Can I get some steamed fish? We not
We're not
avdat.
abduct either.
They're all out. You should have came earlier.
What about oxtail? We're not abduct.
You should have came earlier, man.
Boom, cloud. What you have? We're not have nothing. We have peas and rice, maybe. 2 bites. You want? You want 2 bites? You have 3.
I got Proverbs 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Yeah, so little do you people know that wisdom is crying out in the streets. Hey, we got brothers all around the world right now preaching. You know what I'm saying? A lot doing now. Some did yesterday. Some doing Sunday. Hey, Monday, Tuesday.
Some gonna do it later.
You know, all throughout. But the wisdom is crying out. Go ahead.
21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, so when we went into that word simple earlier, how long you going to continue to be seducible? How long you going to continue to be foolish? How long you going to continue to be stupid? Because that's how you're running around the earth right now, in stupidity. Right now you don't think it's stupidity, but it's stupidity, right? It's almost insanity. The way you run around the earth with your head, walking with your head down.
No, they walking like this.
Oh,
They
head
head up.
head in
In
the
the
cloud.
damn sky.
Yeah.
Proud as hell.
But
It says, continue on. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
see, turn you out my reproof. Okay, the Lord has sent the reproof. The Lord has sent that correction, but you don't want to turn into it. Go ahead.
Verse 25, but ye have set at not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Yeah, you disregarded my counsel. You disregarded my messengers that was teaching His word. That was trying to reprove you and trying to correct you and trying to get you on a straight and narrow path before the oncoming destruction come. Really, the ones that was warning you before the oncoming destruction was come. This is how I'm extending my hand of mercy, or extending my hand of mercy into you to come back unto me.
Yep.
Right?
Even being chastised for your wickedness is mercy, but Jake don't see that.
Yeah. They don't look at it as that. You're
Jake
right.
says, wherein have the Most High loved us.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
But you the chosen nation, man. All right? And the Most High punishing you shows you that you ain't a bastard.
Yep.
Go ahead.
There you go. Yep. Collectively, yep.
Yep, that's it.
Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Now you see. Now why is the Lord saying? How did the Lord get to that point? Because you set His counsel at naught. You disregarded His word. So now He says, what? I'm gonna mock when your fear cometh. I'm gonna mock when your calamity or when its oncoming destruction comes upon you. Because what? You didn't seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, right? But that's not the one I wanted to say. Scripture says, seek ye the Lord while He may be found.
Call ye upon while He is near.
Right? So, but this is the time that we're in. Oh, there's something.
Oh, man.
Ooh, look, see, we've probably been another season of out here teaching to you, because that's our job. I'm just say that. Go ahead.
Verse 27, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right. You got a lot of unmerciful people out here.
Yeah.
Unplacable, unmerciful, all these different things, right?
Yeah.
Jake find themselves or think themselves to be some type of, you know what they say, I'm on demon time.
Yeah.
Or you got a motherfucker that be like, I don't give a fuck. You know, like, Jake has this cold feeling towards one another.
Yeah.
But the Most High is the ultimate master of being cold towards somebody once He puts you in that realm. He said He's going to laugh when your fear coming. He's going to mock you. He's going to bring your fears upon you and then laugh at your ass. How cruel is that, man? But guess what? You treated the Most High cruel. You treated His men cruelly. You've killed the prophets. He said, I've discovered blood upon your skirts. But He's like, but it also says, I didn't even have to look for it though.
Lord said,
It's on you. I didn't have to look for this blood. It's apparent, nigga. It's on your hands. Look at you. I didn't have to search for the blood. Let me find. Oh yeah.
You looking like a butcher.
Yeah, I done flipped the back and the old corner of blood. No, you niggas is drenched in the blood, man. So the Most High's gonna fuck you up. You don't care about what he got going on, the Lord's gonna kill you, man. The Lord ain't all cuddly teddy bear, you know what I mean, builder God. No, you conform to his ways or you die. A horrible death, man. And the Lord might make you struggle before you die.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Niggas think it's gonna be like instant grits. No, nigga. You ain't gotta do that.
You shot in the head, executed.
Yeah.
What the scriptures say though? It said men are gonna seek for death and you're not even gonna find it. So the Lord is he's gonna torment you. And you think we know hell is not real, but the Lord's gonna make a hell for you.
Yep.
He gonna make a hell tailored for you, man.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Hey, you gonna bring your fears upon you. Maybe that's your fear.
The Lord
can put it in your mind.
You know your worst fear.
He knows it.
He can put your ass under what they call a genjutsu.
Right.
The infinite Tsukiyomi.
Yep.
Put your ass in the genjutsu, nigga. Your ass will be through. Imagining all type of bugged out shit, man.
Getting tortured, because what was in that series, he was getting tortured for 30 years. It was only three minutes.
It's only 3 minutes. Yep. They did that in Bleach too. The dude took a drug and time slowed down, and he could see himself dying. Meanwhile, he's sitting there, he's dead already, but he don't even realize. He's just through.
Yeah. The Lord can do that to you, man.
He says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yep.
Continue on in verse 28, it says, verse 29, for they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh, it says, they were none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Yep. There you go. That's the read that one again.
Proverbs 1 and verse 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Or you want me to read 32?
No, I think that was
That's
the one.
it.
33, the last one.
Yep. So, the scriptures talk about, it goes into it in the book of Psalms. Y'all might know where it is, where it basically says, he that maketh the Almighty shall dwelleth in the
Refuge?
Psalms 91.
You know what I'm talking about?
Psalms 91.
Shall be under his wings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord is refuge.
Yeah, you got to put your trust in the name. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Book of Psalms chapter 91 verse 1. He that dwelleth in a secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Right. So abiding in that secret place is being in this truth, man. All right? So we're going to dwell in the safety by fully trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See?
I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right. He's going to deliver you from Esau's traps he got set up for you.
Yup.
Right? And he's deliver the elect from the noisome pestilence. What's the pestilence that's going to cause a bunch of noise? The
missiles, man.
The missiles, man.
That's right.
Yep. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Right.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust. Now, when you think of what's the scripture say? Enter thou into thy chambers. Thou shalt be decked with feathers of gold and silver. That's them chariots, man. The Lord is gonna have his elect to be beamed up into the chariots to escape the destruction that's coming to America.
Yep.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth by noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Right.
Because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation.
Right. So if we endure in this truth unto the end, and we deny the charagma, the MOTB, well, guess what? You're not gonna have to worry about anything, man. You ain't gonna have to worry about these different plagues that's gonna be running rapid, turning people into zombies, man-eating creatures. You ain't gonna have to worry about none of this stuff, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord is gonna have you protected. You'll see all these different things happening to other people, right? Thousands and thousands of people dying right before you, stepping over dead bodies, right? But it ain't gonna come nigh you if you endure unto the end.
Yep. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
Right, so the Lord's gonna have the angels to guide you, man. Give them charge over thee to keep you in all your ways, man. You're gonna be protected through that, right? If you once again, if you endure unto the end, you have to deny and pass that that test, that hour of temptation, man.
Furnace of affliction.
And this is what brought that on, that precept. Go ahead and read it again.
Proverbs 1:33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Right. So that's what brought on that whole chapter right there, was that one scripture. Okay, because that's what it comes down to. Hearkening unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, and taking heed. You know, what does it say? What does it say? Hearken unto me and let thy soul be filled with fatness. Okay, we want to take in this word, let it become a part of who we are, put it into practice, so that we may hopefully be saved from what's coming, man. All right, you ready? So with that, we're going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Then we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
And a Bible ball.
Bible ball.